What's up, everyone? This is Ed from This Day in Metal, and today it's my pleasure to be speaking with lead vocalist Tomi Joutsen from Amorphis, the legendary Finnish metal group that's been defying genres for 35 years. Amorphis' 15th studio album, titled Borderland, is due out September 26th through Reigning Phoenix Music. What's up, Tommy? How's it going today?
Oikein hyvää päivää.
Hmm?
Yeah, I'm doing fine, thank you, man. Doing interviews and enjoying summer here in Finland.
I've heard that the Finnish
Cannot
summer is
complain.
quite a good time, yes.
Yeah, it's been fine. Uh, I have a interesting day coming tomorrow. I'm going to do my first half marathon, so wish
Oh,
me luck.
congratulations. That's great. That's a really noble pursuit.
I don't know, is it great or stupid? Let's see.
Well, I guess we'll find out at the end of it how you feel, right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so we're here first and foremost to talk about the new record. I've been listening to Borderland since I got a review copy, and I have to say that this is an absolutely gorgeous record sonically. The song compositions are rich, they're layered and textured beautifully. The production makes it sound really majestic. The songs are excellent, and there's that blend of everything stylistically that you guys have always been known for. What can you tell fans about the record as a whole?
You sound like a salesman.
I
Well,
truly believe it. I honestly, I listen to it and that's how it sounds to me.
oh, thank you for the nice words.
Of course.
Yeah, I think it's a good metal album. It's well produced, and we really try to do our best. And you can hear that this is a pure Amorphis album again. I think it's a little bit different than the Halo, the previous one, but still, when you're listening to the album, I think you can notice that it's Amorphis again. Uh, when we started, we had like 25 demos, and our producer Jacob Hansen from Denmark, he picked 13 songs for the album, and I think it's a really solid album. And I think this album it's maybe a little bit easier for the listeners. It's not that progressive, but still there are some progressive elements on the album. And I'm really proud what we did. It's a great album, and it's really great to go on tour to promote this one. And we are really satisfied with everything because this was first album with Jacob, and we didn't know what to expect. But in the end, everything went fine.
Yeah, I was gonna say because you guys had used a different producer for the previous three albums. What made you guys want to switch it up for this one? Was it to make sure things don't get stale? Was it to get like a new perspective on your songs, or was it just time for a new producer?
Well, I think the last album with Jens Bogren, I was pretty sure that he's not doing like major albums anymore.
Hmm.
I thought he is concentrating more into plugins and stuff like that, studio stuff. But I think he's still doing producer stuff. So, but when we started to figure out the new album, we wanted to do something differently because those three albums they are great, but there are times that you have to challenge yourself again. And I think Jacob was a great choice. We knew him a little bit because we are friends with Wallbeat guys, and they have done a couple of albums
Hmm.
with uh, with Jacob, and so we know that he's really professional, and we trusted Wallbeat guys that he's doing a great job. And if you're listening to the album, I think it sounds a little bit different than the previous three one, but
It does for
as you
sure.
said, yeah, but still, it's for me personally, it's a little bit more organic, and it's really massive in many ways. So I'm really happy that we choose Jacob.
Yeah, I mean the results are fantastic, like I said in the opener. You guys have two singles out currently from Borderland. The first is Light and Shadow, and the second is Bones. And while they're both very amorphous songs, they're very different style-wise. Light and Shadow's very upbeat and very catchy, whereas Bones is kind of crushing, has some haunting riffs in there. Was the idea of releasing these two singles to show the range of music that's contained on the album?
Well, the Glide and Shadow was quite easy to pick for the first single because it's quite a ear candy. It's
Yes.
catchy and kind of pop, so to speak.
Hmm.
But I think the idea or the ideas they usually come from record label because they have some ideas what song could work
Hmm.
as a first single. I'm really happy that the Bones is the second one because, as you said, it's totally different and it shows the other side of Amorphis,
Hmm.
the old school death metal is riffing and stuff like that. Uh, yeah, I'm really satisfied with these two first singles.
Yeah, I mean, I saw something on the band's Instagram where it was like, "Hey, do you want?" I think it was Santori. He was asking fans whether they wanted a brutal banger or more disco, and I laughed when I read that
Okay.
because like Light and Shadow is a bit dancey, let's say, and but there was also another song on this album that's kind of disco related, right? That had a working title with disco in it.
That's right. But it's not the first time we have this disco
Uh-huh.
beat going on. We have used it a couple of times before, and it's not a trademark for us, but still, it's our drummer. He's really into that kind of stuff.
Hmm.
Actually, he's doing some electronic music sometimes, and he works also in the studio, and he's really into different beats and stuff like this. Disco, you know, disco music and metal music. It's not always a great mixture, but sometimes it works. And yeah, I think during the summer festival, instead of just banging, it's okay to dance
Absolutely.
sometimes.
I think it works within the as you listen to the album, each song kind of connects to the next and there's a nice flow to it. And it really comes together as a beautiful piece of music that you guys have put together. Um, the core lyrical theme from the album is described as the tension between ancient wisdom and the struggles of modern life. Obviously, like with most amorphous music, there's elements of nature that repeat throughout, like light, shadows, fog. Is there an actual story present throughout the album, or are the songs more loosely connected by that theme?
I think it's more like loosely connected. It's not like a theme album at all.
Hmm.
It's just stories or poems that Pekka Kainulainen wrote for us. Every time we start to do a new album, start to work with a new album, I sit down with Pekka and we talk how it's going in our personal lives or what is happening around us, what is the interesting theme at this point. And it's one inspiration for him uh, when he starts to write the lyrics. And he uses also uh, his dreams as an inspiration a lot.
Hmm.
We just talk with him about dreams that I was really amazed how much he remembers his dreams because I have the problem. I don't remember anything about the dreams, and that's really boring. But he has amazing dreams, and the dreams are great inspiration for him.
I was going to say that's one of the more unique approaches to lyric writing I've heard because he writes the lyrics in Finnish, right? And then you translate them to English. But he does he listen to the music at all or no? He just writes, right? Does he
He
is there
just he just he just writes, and that's really
Yeah.
stupid thing to do.
I
It's
was
not the
gonna say.
wisest. Yeah, it's and of course the optimal thing would be that he listens to music and uses that as an inspiration. But at the same time, we have been working with him with many albums, and he knows uh, the mood of our music,
Hmm.
and he understands the themes that we are using in our music. So I think for him, it's not struggling. We are sharing the same philosophy or same. Um, it's not religion, but I think our music and his words just fits together. And it's sometimes for me as a singer, it's amazing how easy it's sometimes to fit together some song and the lyrics. I don't know, it's magical sometimes.
Yeah, I was gonna say for because I would imagine at some points it could be difficult for you to take what he's produced and then A, translate it to English, and then B, make it, make it fit within what you've created already with the demos. But if you're saying that it's easy, well then good for you. That's
I'm not
incredible.
saying it's easy. It's a
Yeah.
struggle. I mean, if I just read the lyrics and I listen to music together without trying to arrange things, it
Mhm.
feels natural and it feels that this is right. But when you really start to work and you have to arrange the
Yeah,
rhythms and everything, it's total mess. It takes lots of time. And
I could
luckily,
imagine.
I have
Yes.
a yeah, and luckily I have a guy here in Finland called Jonas Olsson who is doing pre-production for vocals, and he's a great help. He's really fast and really talented, great with melodies and stuff.
Hmm.
And without him, it would be almost impossible. So I really lucky guy that I know Jonas, and he's a great help with every album.
That's great. I'm happy to hear that, and thank you for indulging me with that question. So you were quoted as saying that this was probably the most demanding amorphous album that you've ever recorded. Why was that so?
Um, I think I just had to work more. I think when I started to compose my material or my parts, uh, after so many albums, you feel that this is impossible. I've done everything already. But when you forget that and you just when you just trust yourself and you trust your emotion and trust your feelings, what you find from the music and from the words of Pekka Kainulainen, all of a sudden everything starts to work and you get melodies here and there. Uh, art is it's really mysterious world.
Hmm.
You never know what gives you inspiration. Sometimes it's life itself. Sometimes it's nature. Sometimes it could be a song you heard 20 years ago or something. But when you start to work the whole album, it feels like there is so many songs, so many words you have to arrange. It's really horrible feeling. But when you get the first song done, you start to realize that I still have it. It still works, and it helps a lot to finish the whole album.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I think your contributions to the record and I think your performance on the record is excellent. And I know I've seen in old interviews that you've spoken about like constantly wanting to improve with every record, especially in terms of your clean singing voice, because I believe you when you started in the band, you were predominantly a growler prior to joining. And you've said
That's
that
right.
that's something that you've always wanted to improve on. And I think that this album is fantastic with both your clean and your harsh vocals. So what are you in terms of your contributions to this record? Like, what are you most proud of, and what are you most excited for the fans to hear from you personally?
Um, I've been taking some singing lessons during past year, and
Hmm.
I hope that you can hear something of that on the album. For me personally, it's difficult to hear anything, but mm, I'm really satisfied with some crawling parts. They came out really nice, and you know I'm almost deaf for my own voice, so I cannot say that much about my singing. But I was trying to uh, put all my emotions on the album, and I hope that you can feel it.
I think that it does come through, and I think that the fans and everyone listening to this record will feel that. And I think even from the past few albums, I think there is a level of improvement there, and there's a level of you know, where people are going to notice a bit of a difference with what you're talking about, which is a great thing because that's what we kind of want to do. Just not even in music, but in life, you want to constantly improve, right? So I think it
That's
will come
that's
through.
right.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's why you're
and
running
I
a half
also
marathon tomorrow because we constantly seek to improve. Yeah.
that's right. And I also turned to 50 this year, and I think for men it's not that bad. I think female singers, for them it might be a more challenge when you're getting more age.
Hmm.
I just hope that I can still do this after 10 years, but I have to be optimistic and have to realize that I need to struggle more, maybe, or maybe not. I don't know. I don't understand how Dio did it because
Hmm.
he was in really good shape vocal wise.
Yeah.
Even
He
he
could be
was
he
in
could
his
be an
70s.
anomaly. He could be an anomaly, I think. But
Yeah,
uh,
I don't know how he did it, but I'm just trying to take it easy, and at the same time, I'm trying to concentrate what I'm doing. I'm trying to be careful and take good care of myself, and that's all I can do, man.
absolutely, that's all we can all do.
Yeah,
So I know the band has extensive tour plans for the fall and winter throughout Europe with Arch Enemy. You played with North America last fall with Dark Tranquillity, but are there plans for another North American tour to support Borderland?
yeah. I think we have some plans to come there, but not during this year. Maybe next year. We
Hmm.
don't have any dates or anything, but of course we want to come there. It's a great place to tour, and we have lots of fans there. Uh, I'm really looking forward this upcoming European tour because we are doing tour with Arch Enemy, as you said, and Elevator, and also Gatecreeper from States. So it's
Hmm.
going to be a fantastic package. Of course, Arch Enemy is headlining, but for us, it's a great opportunity to get new fans, and we have a chance to play in big venues, bigger than if you are headlining. So it's going to be a fantastic tour. And after that, we're going to play some shows here in Finland.
Hmm.
And I'm really looking forward to that one too because we have a bigger production and nice venues. So it's going to be busy, uh, busy year for us.
Yeah, it seems so. If I can, I'd like to make a plea for you guys to consider putting "Weeper on the Shore" into the set list. That's the song that like drew me into Amorphis. It's my favorite song, so I just want while I have you here, I'd just like to make a plea to you. I know you guys have a million other songs that you can choose from, but I really love that one.
We have played it live a couple of times, and so we can do it. But
Mhm.
I cannot promise anything. But it's a great song, and it's quite interesting that you picked that one.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just whenever I discovered you guys, like this is like 20 years ago, that song always stuck out to me.
Yeah,
I'm like the acoustic intro just and then into the keyboards and
yeah,
everything, it gets me. So, and that's what drew me into to everything else that you guys have done. But just a
cool.
personal request while I have you here. Um,
Yeah,
so I see that you're wearing a Black Sabbath shirt. Obviously, the big news, I mean, this just happened yesterday, but is that, the sad passing of Ozzy Osbourne. The last time he played Finland was in 2018 at Rockfest. You guys were also on the bill that same day. I mean, on a different day. But were you able to see him perform or at any point in your life? I see you're wearing the Black Sabbath shirt, so I have to
yeah.
ask.
I saw them a couple of times, but when I was younger, I wasn't that big fan of Black Sabbath.
Hmm.
So I kind of found the band maybe 20 years ago, something like this. And of course, they are great. And Ozzy was, legend.
Yeah.
And yeah, but for me personally, Black Sabbath is more important than Ozzy's solo songs or solo band. Black Sabbath, you know, what a band.
Yeah, what can you
Don't know
say,
words for
really?
that.
But
Yeah,
they're the originals, right? So,
that's
I mean, do
right.
you have a favorite song from either his solo or his or from Black Sabbath?
Well, I think the first four Black Sabbath albums are the greatest for me, and there are so different songs and different sounds and everything. It's just pure magic, and it's great that they, for example, the first album they recorded in 3 days or something like this.
Hmm. Yeah.
So the world the world was so different in that time, and still it has the certain magic, and it's great. And it's kind of sad that people don't do albums in that way anymore.
It is, yeah. I feel like bands could put out albums like every year back then or every 6 months if they wanted to. So it's a bit different the album cycles this time around. I mean, in this modern day and age. Um,
Yeah.
so I have another question back from a little bit of your history. In 2015, you did a split called Tales from Lake Bodom, a split release with Children of Bodom. How did that record come to be? Whose idea was that?
Uh, I actually can't remember what was the idea. We did the split for the magazine, uh, but it was fun, and we tried to find some kind of approach for that it doesn't uh, it doesn't sound just like a cheap copy of Children
Hmm.
Bodom.
Yeah.
I think we find some kind of mood there, and it was fun, and I really enjoyed the Children of Bodom's version of Amorphis song. So it
Yeah,
was
they
also
did
fun.
Dark Winter Day, right?
Yeah, yeah, it was really fun project to do, and it took only just a day or something. It was really fast, and it was fun. I still remember uh, when I recorded my parts in studio, and it was just I don't know how many takes it took, just a few. It was really fast and
Mhm.
like this fun
Yeah.
project.
Yeah, because you did Every Time I Die, right? Yeah, because I mean, I feel like you
Yeah,
guys each covered each other's one of your bigger songs. So that was a
yeah,
fun little fact in there. And then I mean, two Finnish bands that are so historic working together is an awesome thing. So I wanted to know
yeah,
about that a little bit. Um,
yeah.
for you, when you joined the band, you had, they'd already been active for 15 years. And I believe you said you were only familiar with them like from ha having been to their shows. Now you've been in the band for 20 years. What's it like being the guy on stage singing some of the songs that you used to be in the crowd for? I mean, I know it's a long time ago, but like the journey you've been on since then is kind of wild.
Yeah, it's an honor to play those old songs, and I know that they mean a lot for some people. For me personally, because I was a fanboy before I joined the band, and I think there was some point that they didn't want to play that much songs from Karelian Isthmus or Tales or Elegy. But nowadays, I think the other guys respect their heritage, and I would like to play more old songs, but of course I have to realize that we have to promote also new albums and stuff like that. But still, I think the first two albums, Karelian and Tales, they are my favorite albums from Amorphis, and that's the truth.
Yeah, I mean, Tales has been. I mean, we just spoke about Children of Bodom. So Alexei said in his autobiography that Tales from the Thousand Lakes was very influential on him, especially how the keyboards were used. Like, I don't know. I know that you don't. You didn't play originally on that album, but now you've done it. Meaning you guys released the album last year of the live version of it. You know, and I want to end with another quote from that same book that Alexei had. He said that he saw Amorphis perform live for the first time before Tales was released, and he immediately loved the band. They were crucial in showing me and many other budding musicians that Finns can produce top shelf death metal too. So my closing question for you will be, what does it mean for you to play in this group that has influenced so many of your fellow musicians and continues to do so with each new release? And really is a large part of why there's such a vibrant and creative extreme metal scene in Finland.
Well, I can share the same feeling with Alexi because in that day metal scene was really small here in
Yeah.
Finland, and of course Amorphis was a small band also. I think it people just realized Amorphis maybe after Sales was released in States, and all the magazines were writing about this new death metal band from Finland.
Hmm.
So I've been living these moments, so I totally understand and realize that they are fucking legends. And in other way, I'm really proud what we have done in my era also because we found like a new formula with Eclipse album, and we
Yeah.
got more fans, and the career has been growing little by little. So at the point where we are now, we are a totally different band than the band used to be back in the 90s. But
Absolutely.
still, we play. But still, we play these old songs, and still people are wearing Tails shirts, and it feels fantastic. And sometimes it's really hard to please those old school fans wearing Karelian Isthmus or Tails t-shirts, and I totally understand it.
Yeah.
And it's totally fine with me.
Yeah, but what you guys have been doing, and it feels like with each new album, you guys are marching into different territory and constantly improving, like we spoke about before. It's hard to please everybody. You have to keep moving forward. And I love this new album. Tomi, thank you for joining me today. Amorphis' 15th studio album, Borderland, is due out on September 16th through Reigning Phoenix Music. You can pre-order it now on the band's website with an impressive number of bundle options. There are 2 exclusive bonus tracks available if you order a physical copy of the album on CD and vinyl. And the first 2 singles, Light and Shadow and Bones, are available on all major streaming platforms. All right, Tomi, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a pleasure speaking with you. I hope if Amorphis comes back next year, I'll have a chance to see you guys here in the States. And best of luck with the half marathon tomorrow.
Thank you, man. I hope
All
I'm still alive until tomorrow.
I think that you'll make it. I think you're going to do it.
Oh, thank
All
you,
right.
man.
Thanks so much. I appreciate
Okay.
it.